Well, good afternoon. I'd like to thank the organizers for giving me the opportunity to present my work on the viscoelastic properties of decellularized lung matrix with atomic force microscopy. Respiratory diseases are a leading cause of death worldwide. Lung transplantation is often the only treatment currently available in some severe end-stage respiratory diseases. However, it only achieves 50% of survival at 5 years and is severely hampered by a shortage of organ donors. Recently, the bioartificial fabrication of lungs by first decellularizing them and then repopularize them with stem cells offers a promising alternative for lung transplantation. There is strong evidence that the differentiation of adult and embryonic stem cells depend on soluble factors, substrate biochemical cues, and substrate topology and mechanical properties. While these two are extensively understood, little is known about the mechanical properties of the microenvironment of lung cells. Accordingly, the aim of my study is to study the viscoelastic properties of the lung extracellular matrix of decellularized rat lungs by AFM. We used 11 lungs from Sprague-Dawley rats. After the decellularization procedure, the scaffolds looked like this. So a scaffold isn't supposed to trigger the inflammatory response of the host. So some collaborators decided to transplant one of these scaffolds back into the rat. Can you put the video? This is one of the many rats that survived the procedure and lived happily several days. Well, at least as happy as a rat could live. No, torna la presentació, sisplau. However, before going to the transplant, there is a lot of information we need to gather first. And I've been focusing on the mechanical properties of these scaffolds. In order to do that, we use an atomic force microscopy, which is a sensing technique. We move a metallic cantilever following an oscillatory stimulus, and we probe our sample with the tip of that cantilever. We measure both the intention and the force applied to the sample. And with that, we can compute the complex shear modulus, which quantifies both the elastic stiffness and the viscous or frictional stiffness. This is a phase contrast image of one slice of the decellularized lung matrix. And here you can appreciate the structure of the lung, the alveoli and the pleural region. We probed 3 different regions: the segments of the alveoli, the junctions, and the pleura. This is the elastic modulus and the viscous modulus of alveolar segments over our frequency range. This exhibits scale-free dynamics and increases slowly with frequency as a weak power law. The viscous modulus at low frequencies is 10 times smaller than the elastic modulus and increases more markedly with frequency. The complex shear modulus of junctions exhibit parallel frequency dependence with slightly higher values. And the same frequency dependence we find in the pleura, but with 3-fold stiffness. We also fitted a well-established dynamical model for cells to our data in order to get an estimation of this power law exponent, and we get 0.05 for all 3 regions. In conclusion, the decellularized lung matrix displays regional differences in stiffness with an elastic modulus of 6 kilopascals in the alveoli and 16 kilopascals in the pleura. Alveolar cells locally interact with a microenvironment that is 10-fold stiffer and exhibits similar rheological behavior. And the lung matrix exhibits a 2-power law viscoelastic behavior. At physiological frequencies, it is described by a weak power law. With this knowledge, now we can study further the repopulation of these scaffolds by stem cells. Thank you very much.